Holy Bible, the King James Version. The New Testament, the Gospel according to St. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, and very early in the morning, when it was yet dark, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome. It was Mary Magdalene and Joanna and Mary the mother of James and other women that were with them, who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre? And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away. And seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre. And they found the stone rolled away from the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake. For the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. And they entered in and found not the body of the Lord Jesus. And it came to pass, as they were much perplexed thereabout, behold, 2 men stood by them in shining garments. And entering into the sepulchre, they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a long white garment, and they were affrighted. But Mary stood without at the sepulchre weeping. And as she wept, she stooped down and looked into the sepulchre, and seeth 2 angels in white, sitting the one at the head and the other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had lain. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. And they remembered his words, and returned from the sepulchre, and told all these things unto the 11, and to all the rest. And they went out quickly, and fled from the sepulchre, for they trembled and were amazed. Neither said they anything to any man, for they were afraid. And behold, the earth did quake, and the rocks rent, and the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many.